G'day guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Queen of California by John Mayer, which is an awesome finger picking song that also has a cool solo you can learn too. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve on your guitar, then sign up to GZ2H Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. For the basics of this song, for the rhythm guitar at least, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you'll need a capo on the 4th fret of your guitar. Alright, let's jump into the lesson. Alright, so let's start with the main finger picked riff. Now, for our finger picking basics, your thumb will take care of the 6th, 5th and 4th strings, and your index, middle and ring finger will take care of the 3rd, 2nd and 1st strings respectively. Ideally, your fingers shouldn't pluck any other strings other than the ones they're assigned to. So for the main riff, we're going to start in this position, so ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Now we're going to pluck this and then get our index and middle finger ready to hammer onto the 1st fret of the 2nd string and the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So we're going to pinch the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings all together, but then you'll hammer on these two fingers like that. So bass note and then pinch these three and hammer on. After we do that hammer on, what I like to do is just drop my hand onto the strings to mute. So ideally you shouldn't let them ring out. If you do, that's okay. But if you do mute the strings right away, then that sounds more true to the actual riff. Like that. Now when you do drop your hand back down so your fingers slot right back into the assigned positions so that you can pick them right away. If you drop your hand and do that, then it's going to be tricky because then you have to get your fingers back up into this position anyway. So when you do drop throw mute, just drop your hand into place, like that. And then we're going to pinch those 3 strings again, but this time after you pinch, you're going to pull your middle finger off, like that. Keep your index finger there, but your middle finger is the note that pulls off, and so far. And then after that pull off, we're going to pluck the 3rd string, and so far. And then we're going to remove our ring finger from this position. You're going to pluck the open 4th string and hammer on your ring finger onto the 3rd fret. Then 3rd, 2nd string, so that small chunk. And then we take our middle finger down to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, pluck that and the 3rd string, and then lift your middle finger and play the open 4th and 3rd. So that second half of the bar. And then total for the bar. Now the second bar is identical to the first bar, so it's really, really simple. So the main riff is just repeated again and again and sounds like this. So just practice that slow to begin with and then work your way up to full speed, which will sound like this. It's a really fun riff to play. Let's move on to the verse. So for verse part 1, we have 2 lines of tab here. The first line of tab is identical to our main riff. We're going to play that through twice. Then for our second line of tab, we're going to go to a C chord and we're going to pluck a picking pattern like this. So start with the bass note and then pinch the 4th and 2nd strings together. And then we have a 4-note run that gets repeated through 3 times. So that 4-note run is just the bass note, 3rd, 4th and 2nd string. So played through 3 times. So the bar in total. And then for our second bar, we go to A minor 7. So it's literally just the same thing. We just lift our ring finger and we're plucking the exact same strings. And that's it for verse part 1, which sounds like this. Now verse part 2 changes slightly. Our first line of tab is the main riff, but it's just played through once. And then our second line of tab, we're going to go to a D chord. We're going to pluck the bass note, which is the 4th string, and then the 2nd and 3rd strings together. And then we have a 4-note run here, which goes bass note, 3rd string, 4th string, and then 1st string. So that's played through twice. The third time we play it, we're going to cut the last note. So the full bar sounds like this. And then for the final bar, we go to a C chord. We're just going to strum that. And then we have a really cool lick here, which is a lot of fun to play, and it's a good pull-off exercise. So we're going to start on the 1st fret, pluck that and pull off to the open string. Then go to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, pull that off to 1st fret, and pull that 1st fret off to open. And then go to the 3rd string, 2nd fret, pluck that, pull off, and end with the 4th string by itself. So it's all in one smooth motion. So da 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 da. Don't pull off super quickly like that. You want to space out the notes evenly. Like that. Obviously at a faster speed it goes like that. But when you're practicing it slow, make sure the notes are held out evenly. So verse part 2 sounds like this. And those are all the rhythm parts to this song. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to play the solo in the song. Now all the guitar tone that you hear is recorded using the Boss Katana 50. Now if you want the tone patch that I'm using, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. You will need a Katana to open that file though. But if you don't have a Katana, to get similar settings, you'll need a crunch sort of amp. I'm using a blues drive distortion pedal. And then there's a little bit of reverb, a tiny bit of delay. I'm using the neck pickup here, so the closest to the neck. So there's 3 lines of tab here. We're going to start with the 12th fret. Hold that out. Then go down to 9th. Hit that and pull off to 7th. Then go back to 9th and slide up to 12th. So that first bit. And then we're going, for our next lick, we're going to slide up to the 13th fret with our middle finger. You can kind of slide up from anywhere. Then 12th fret of the 2nd string. And then 14th fret, but we're going to bend this up and bend it up twice. But the second bend, you hold it up at that high note. So that lick. Our next lick, you're going to bar your index finger across the 12th fret of the 1st and 2nd strings. We'll hit the 2nd, 1st, hit the 14th of the 2nd, bend it up, release, hit the normal 14th fret, and then end on the 12th fret. So that lick. Then our next lick is the same as the one we just had before. So the 2 bends on 14th. And the next lick, we're going to bend the 14th fret of the 2nd string, then hit the 14th fret of the 1st string with your pinky, down to the 12th, hit the 14th and bend up again, and then end on the 12th fret. So there's 5 plucks. And faster. Then for the next part, we'll go up to the 16th fret of the 3rd string. Then 17th of the 2nd string. We're going to pluck that twice. Down 1 fret twice. Down 2 frets twice. And down another 2 frets twice. And then we end on the 13th fret of the 3rd string. So that run in total. For our next one, we go 13th fret. Then we go up to 16th fret of the 2nd string twice, down 2 frets twice, down 2 frets twice, back to 13th fret of the 3rd string twice, but then you slide down to the 6th fret. So that run. Then for our next lick, you go 9th fret, 7th fret, then you go 8th fret of the 3rd string, hit it and quickly pull off to 6th, like that. For the first note of the 3rd line of tab, we go down to 4th fret of the 3rd string. And the next lick, we go 6th of the 4th, 4th string of the 3rd, 6th, and then back to the 4th string, and then we end on that 4th fret again, like that. For our next run of notes, we go 7th fret of the 2nd string, 9th fret, hit it and bend up a half step, and then we hit it again and bend up a full step. So those 4 plucks. Then we're going to hit it up at this top bent point, release, go down to 7th, and then go up to the 11th fret, hit that and bend it up a half step. So you want to match that note to the 12th fret. And then the final note of the solo is the 12th fret. And in total, the solo sounds like this. So now I'll be playing through the song in its entirety, and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. A big thanks to my friend Eric for lending his awesome vocals to this playthrough. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to head over to guitar0tohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve on your guitar, then sign up to Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. It'd mean the world if you could hit that like button, hit subscribe, click the little notification bell as well so that you don't miss out my updates. Please leave your thoughts, comments, questions and requests down below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.